Assalamu alaikum, it's Dr. Hafsa Harishi here, and I'm just making this short presentation just to tell you all about the Khadijah Life Upgrade program that we're planning, inshallah. So in this short video, I'm just going to be telling you briefly what this program is all about, just to give you a bit more information, why I'm creating it now, despite expecting a newborn, inshallah, in 2 months' time. And I want to give you some useful principles and mindsets to take away from this short video, whether or not you join the program, something useful to take away. So in case you don't know me, a little bit about myself. I'm Hafsa Qureshi. I'm a GP in Lincoln. I'm also a mum to a 2 and a 5-year-old and another baby on the way, inshallah. I'm also a wife, daughter, sister. Relationship, family is very important to me. I'm also one of the founders of the British Islamic Medical Association and the current chair of council of that. I also volunteer at my local masjid, so I volunteer at my food bank and I run a local girls halakha. And I've been into personal development now for a while, and that's ultimately culminated in me training also to be a professional certified life coach. But how this journey started is like a few years ago, I was, really overwhelmed with life. I found it really difficult to juggle all my roles and my to-do list, and I felt quite low and anxious, and felt guilty, a lot of mum guilt. I used to feel this chronic stress, chronic fight or flight, and had really low self-esteem, especially around my parenting. And I had quite low spirituality as well, and I used to sort of seek that spiritual connection through my volunteer work and through doing different courses, but I didn't quite have it. And I just started really studying, and I just knew there had to be another way, and that's how I really got myself into personal development, started reading lots of personal development books, and this journey ultimately culminated in me training to be a certified life coach. And basically, I've learned lots of different mindsets and strategies that have really, really helped me over the past couple of years. And alhamdulillah, now I'm much more at peace with myself. I feel like I really grown. I feel like, my relationships are better. I'm more productive at work. And it's really, what I've learned has really accelerated my personal growth as well as helped my one-on-one clients. And I'm really passionate. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing the stuff I've learned and really supporting other people. I really don't want other sisters to go through what I've gone through all on their own, and that's why I'm designing this program, inshallah. So what's this program all about? It's basically about establishing and staying consistent with the mindsets and habits of success for a Muslim woman in the modern world who wants a successful dunya and akhirah, inshallah, because I know how it is when you're juggling lots of different roles and there's lots of things coming at you. How difficult that juggle can be, how overwhelming it can be, and really establishing those mindsets and habits of success has been really, really helpful for me. And this course is about going on that internal journey, developing more self-awareness, more inner peace, more presence, more gratitude, taqwa, more trust in Allah. So it's about the inner, we'll be working on the inner aspects as well as the external aspects. And I really want people who go through this program to, really leave with improved mood and energy and improved confidence and self-esteem. And externally, I hope that people who go through this program will have, better health, better, surroundings, be more happy with their surroundings, be more happy with their relationships, and, have the tools for, parenting and to succeed in their career. We'll be talking about finances, how to use your unique talents to make greater contribution to society, and also about how to improve our ibadah and deen and connection to Allah. So inshallah, I want this to be a really holistic program. And it's ultimately about getting leverage on yourself. Leverage being, how can you make life as easy as possible for yourself? How can you put in minimal effort to get the most out of your time and efforts, inshallah. So we'll be really going deep into how you can develop the mindsets and habits to get that leverage on yourself. And why is it called the Khadijah Life Upgrade Program? Because, well, I thought Khadijah radiallahu anha is our ultimate role model as, as Muslim women. She was, a woman of Jannah. She was one of the 4 women who, the Prophet has said has perfected her iman. And she was a mum, she was a wife, she was an entrepreneur. And you always, when you read about her, you get this idea that she was this calm, collected, lady there for her husband. So, I really think, whenever I read about Khadijah anha, I think she's like, she's the ultimate role model for us as Muslim women, inshallah. So what is, personal development for a Muslim? It's important to make that, be clear on that. So I believe like personal development for a Muslim is, it's not just about, developing or productivity for the sake of productivity, but it's about actually moving closer to Allah and living a life that Allah is pleased with. And it's about, setting up our life so that we can do as many good deeds and leave as much sadaqah jariyah as possible, inshallah. And it's about developing Allah has given us these natural talents. It's about developing those and, working towards our full potential, inshallah, and in every area of our life, so that we can live every area of our life with excellence, our health, our relationships, our career, our deen, our external worship, every area, inshallah, to be as good as it possibly can be, inshallah. And, I wanted to share this concept with you guys about alignment. Again, this program is going to be about aligning all our goals in the different domains of our life. So most of us in our approach to goals, it's like we have this inner conflict. So for example, if we want to work on our health, there's there can be an inner conflict there, because it's like sometimes we can feel guilty about exercising and like going off and exercising for 30 minutes or going to the gym for 30 minutes and like leaving our children, for example. Or, that there can be a lot of sometimes where our goals don't align. We feel like, if we do an Islamic course, then we're leaving our family, or if we're going out to work, then we're leaving our family. And there's a lot of inner conflicts that can happen in the different goals we set, and that's why it can be harder to actually achieve our goals. But what we want to do through this program is, inshallah, align all our goals so that the direction we're moving in every area of our life and everything that we're doing is towards Allah, towards leading a life that is ultimately pleasing to Allah, where we're fulfilling our purpose, and that is Jannah focus, inshallah. And the thing is, if we align all our goals in the different areas of our life, then we're gonna move so much faster. It's like, you may have heard of the concept of vectors in maths. If we align all our goals, if we're aligned internally, then inshallah externally as well, or we will achieve our goals so much faster. And that's also what this program will be about. And this is the thing I want to emphasize, is this is not just another course. This is not going to be about just giving you information on how to do things. But I hope that it'll be about, changing actually insightfully. And through this course, I want to give, you guys space for having your own insights, and insights being, a moment where suddenly something clicks, and you don't necessarily have to write it down, you don't have to necessarily make notes in it, but it just clicks, and you kind of never go back once you've had an insight about something. So this will be really about having insights about yourself, insights about different areas of life, and how you can, inshallah, make your life better. And also, it's not just another course, because you're going to have connection, connection with myself as your coach, and connection with others on a similar journey. Because the thing is, information, there's so much information out there in today's world, and it's actually quite overwhelming. There's so many things, YouTube is full of information. There's so many, free courses out there just giving lots and lots of information, but it's hard to actually keep up with that information. What's the point in learning information or signing up for courses if you're not actually even going to do the courses, right? So this, this is going to be different. This program is actually about very practical, about taking action and making those internal and external changes, inshallah. And I will be pushing you, supporting you to do that as much as I can, inshallah. And to be honest with you, I'm literally creating this program for myself, because I know that if I'm part of something like this, it's going to motivate me, it's going to push me to also go to the next level of my own growth. And this is, I'm literally designing something I want to be part of. That's something, I really wish when I was in my low phase a few years ago that I had access to something like this. So that is why I'm creating this. And in this program, you're going to be learning things in a very relevant, things that are very relevant to Muslim women in a very bite-sized way, step by step, easy to implement. It's only going to be, 40, I'll go into the format in a minute, but like, very, short sessions, also very, very affordable, designed with busy Muslim women in mind. Because I know, like, there's all those courses where you have to attend every single day, for 2 hours or whatever. It's really hard as a Muslim woman. You've got other things to do. You can't always be, watching courses online all the time. So it's designed with busy Muslim women in mind. And also, through this course, it's not just another course. Through this program, inshallah, you will get to know other sisters on a similar journey. And it's an opportunity to keep in touch with good company, especially, in these times of COVID where we're very isolated. It's an opportunity, and we don't know how long COVID is going to go on for. So it's an opportunity, inshallah, to meet and, hang out with other sisters, inshallah, on a regular basis. And I just wanted to make this slide as well to point out, ways of self-improvement, and achieving your goals and progressing in life. There's, the way I see it, there's a hard way and there's an easy way. The hard way is trying to do it yourself, being on that struggle, being on that journey on your own, trying to, things like, say, for example, if you want to lose weight, trying to do it by trial and error, trying lots of different diets, just trying to do it yourself, relying on willpower alone. And, if you want to make a habit, it's no good trying to remember to do the thing that you think is good for you. You need to create those habits. So that's the hard way, relying on willpower and relying on remembering to do the things that you need to do. And, having those ups and downs, starting and stopping with different goals, trying to figure it all out yourself, doing things without support. That's the hard way to personal development. Figuring out which resources to use, that's the hard way. The easier, faster, and fun way, in my own experience, is, learning the strategies from others on a similar journey. That's why I myself am working with my own coach at the moment. Create the habits, so that the things you need to do to create that really Jannah focused life is automatic in your life. You do them automatically without necessarily have to remember to do, without needing to remember to do them. And also another thing that makes it easy is having the support of a coach to help you navigate your mental blocks and give you accountability and make sure you're sticking to track. Also, in personal development, they say that you're the average of the 5 people closest to you. So the power of social influence is so huge. Again, the hard way to make a positive change is to try and do it by yourself. But the easier way is if you surround yourself by people on a similar journey, if you surround yourself by people who also have similar goals, who want to improve their health, improve their relationships, excel in their career, excel in their deen, contribute to society. If you surround yourself with those sorts of people who are really insightful and really really subhanAllah, really good sisters, it's going to be so much easier for you to actually achieve that state as well. And this is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam really recommended good company. He emphasized over and over again in multiple hadith, the benefits of keeping good company. If you don't go to any spirituality teacher as well, they say keep good company. It's really, really important. So again, hopefully this program will give you that space to be part of something like that. And again, another way to, really accelerate your personal development is to be in that supportive, safe space where when you have challenges and you express them, there's no blame, shame, guilt, or judgment. That's really, really important. And just, again, this is just a visual just to emphasize the same point, that if you try and, develop yourself, make improvements in your life on your own, if you're a growth-minded person, yeah, you will make progress. You will get there. You may well get there, but it's going to be like a slow, bumpy journey where you kind of make some progress, then you have a low phase, a few low weeks, then you again go back to your goal, and revisit it and make maybe a little bit more progress. Then you again have a low phase. Say take a goal like, for example, learning Quranic Arabic. You might go up and down for years in that journey. If you join a course, just a normal course, yeah, you might make a bit of progress, but especially with a lot of online courses today, it's all about, well, you can buy the course, but will you actually do the course? So you can make fast progress if it's a good course, but then it's about whether you actually stick to doing the course. That's why I've done a dash line, because you might buy a course and make no progress whatsoever. And the other thing as well is courses tend to be shorter, and once the course is finished, will you keep up with it? So that's why even with a course, your progress might go up and then down again. And one-on-one coaching, obviously that for me, like in my experience, so that's the best thing. That's the fastest way to make progress, because you literally have a coach you're talking to every week, making sure that you are sticking on track with your goals. But and you might have a few downs with coaching, but you very quickly bounce back up, because you have a coach to keep you on track. And then you have something like group coaching, which the Khadijah Life Upgrade program will be, which is like a bit sort of compared to one-on-one coaching, perhaps not as fast, but still you can make a lot faster progress than you can then going it alone. So just wanted to put that visual in front of you. And in case some of you have never been exposed to what a coach even is, I just wanted to put this slide in here to show you that, to explain that, what is a coach? A coach is a new role in society, basically because modern life is a lot more stressful, there's a lot more distractions, more people are going through more changes and transitions in their life, they're juggling more roles, there's more expectations of people. So people generally are a lot more stressed, right? So that's why this new role has emerged. And also people don't have time for each other as they used to. So time to, talk and things like that. So having a coach really can aid your transformation and transitions in your life, aid those changes to be a lot more smoother, help you make that progress a lot more smoother. A coach is not a therapist, but a coach is somebody, it comes from the world of sport really. A coach is someone who helps you look inwards, challenge your mental blocks, and helps you, keep on track to move forward in your life. And you can think of coach as a bit of a catalyst or an accelerator for self-development, somebody that can help speed up the process of your personal development. And as coaches, we're trained to help you navigate your mind, encourage you, hold you accountable, and give you that safe space to plan and think. Call out your blind spots, things you may not have even realized. And, a coach, inshallah, would put their full attention on you and give you the strategies of how you can, rather than you having to figure things out by trial and error, give you those strategies so you can, as I say, move ahead a lot faster. And you can also think of a coach as a professional problem solver, trained to help you solve your problems, inshallah. And why get coaching? Why enroll in a program like this? Again, because our while is limited. We're always losing time. Right, our time is our most valuable asset in a way. Money replenishes, but time does not. So the more accelerated in time our personal development is, then inshallah, the better we'll be using our time, and the more impact therefore we can have on the world and others, and also the more good deeds we can collect, the faster our personal development is. The faster we're developing our health, the faster that we're having good relationships, the faster we're developing Islamically and creating those good Quran habits, things like that. The faster we develop, the more, inshallah, the more good deeds we can collect. And ultimately, Allah is going to hold us accountable for our time, how we use our time. So that's another reason, as Muslims, it's really important to, try keep going with our personal development. And the other thing as well, where coaching helps, is often we know what to do, but we don't necessarily take action and actually implement, right? We know what to do. We know how to lose weight. We know we have to eat less. We know we should exercise, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it. We know we should be studying Quran every day, but we don't necessarily do it. So again, a coach helps you keep on track with these things. Okay, so moving back to talking about specifically about the Khadijah Life Upgrade Program, how it's going to work. Okay, so we're going to be working on these sort of following areas. How it's going to actually help you, inshallah, improve your life. Is that we're going to I'm going to help you set your vision and intentions for the year, and we'll work on sort of knowing yourself, so mastering your thoughts, emotions, psychology, really going deep into your psychology and your inner state. And then you're going to also be learning the strategic actions and habits that will help you really in every area of your life. Progress, also achieving success, involves upgrading skills. So if there's any specific skills you need to improve, we'll talk about that as well. For example, learning Quranic Arabic, what is the skill, how exactly to do that. We'll talk about things like that. We'll also, in order to be successful in your goals, you also need to optimize your environment, both physically, your physical environment, as well as your psychological environment, your company, things like that. So we'll be going deep into how you can optimize your environment as well. And also another thing that will lead to your success by being part of this program is, as I mentioned, the good company, inshallah, you will gain, and the support and accountability of having a certified coach on your side. In terms of how we're going to be covering the content, I estimate it'll take approximately a year to go through this, but I'll talk about how it will work in a moment. But in terms of the order of content that I'm hoping to cover in this program, we'll firstly be focusing, as I said, on the vision and setting the foundations, then knowing yourself and your mind, like doing exercises to really get to know yourself. It's really important in order to be able to connect to Allah and access spirituality, to be able to know yourself, know how your mind works, know what makes you tick. Then we'll be talking about productivity and productivity mindsets and habits. And then we'll cover sort of specific mindset skills and strategies around, Quranic and Islamic studies, domestic chores, health and fitness, relationship and parenting, career, leadership, negotiation skills, money, finances, and investing, and finally sort of voluntary and legacy work, how you can leave your impact, inshallah, on the world. So it's going to be a very holistic program in terms of the content that we cover. And high leverage habits that I'll be encouraging. And whether or not you join this program, I highly encourage you. These are some habits that I've learned that have really, really helped me in my own life, and I really encourage you to take on. Is having a really good wind down ritual and getting to sleep on time. A personal success morning ritual will be cover these. This is a really high leverage habit that I'll be talking through in a lot more detail and encouraging. Having a daily Quran studies habit and praying on time with concentration, healthy eating and exercising with the goal being to minimize sort of belly fat. I'll be encouraging spending quality time with your partner and your children and your parents, and how you can improve your relationships. Another habit I'll be encouraging is having like sort of a family meeting, a life enhancer meeting with your spouse on a weekly basis. I'll obviously go through in a lot more detail these habits in the program. I'll also be, another habit I will encourage will be to, spend the morning hours, doing your highest leverage work. I will encourage you to create a really good chores plan for yourself, so that the domestic household chores get done with minimal effort. I will be encouraging weekly admin and professional development time, and also doing some sort of volunteer work every week if your situation allows. These are the kinds of habits I'll be encouraging, and not just telling you what to do, but actually hopefully helping you to develop these habits during this program. And the idea behind creating these habits is so that you have a clearer mind and you have more effortless productivity and more connection, inshallah, with your loved ones and Allah, inshallah. And as I say, it sounds like a lot, but this is the thing. I want you to actually take on these habits and actually, all these strategies and tools that I'll be teaching, for it to actually sink in. So that's why it's going to be kind of a longer term program. So how actually the format, as I say, it's designed with busy women in mind. I know that you don't have time to spend like 5 hours a week learning this stuff and, you know, working the stuff. So it's going to be, you know, very, you know, design with busy women in mind. So we're going to be doing 3 40-minute sessions a month where I teach content and give you space for reflective exercises. And we'll have 3 40-minute sessions a month for group coaching and discussion. So this is where, you know, you can take what you learn in the teaching sessions, and actually we can talk about it and you can apply it to your life, and any blocks you're having, any struggles, your personal struggles you're going through, you know, I can help you, I can coach you through those issues, inshallah. So you will have that support throughout the time that you're part of the program with your issues, you know. You won't be alone. When you're having a low moment, when you're having an anxious moment, you know, you can bring it to the sessions and we can talk through those. And also you'll have this, my support, and you'll have connection to myself, and you'll have connection to the other members of the KLU community in between the sessions as well. So, you know, you at no point, if you're feeling overwhelmed, will you be alone, as long as you're in the program. And how it will be, as I mentioned, is I think to teach all the content will take me approximately a year, but it's going to be a monthly membership. So, you know, if you basically join and you find that it's not really benefiting you, you know, you don't have to commit to the whole year, basically. So, you know, if you can leave the membership anytime. So that's why it's completely risk-free. And if you join in the first month and you find that, you know, it's not for you, again, you can leave, and I'll give you a full refund, inshallah. Yeah, I'm thinking roughly this will be on Sundays at 9 p.m. Provisionally, inshallah. That will be the time, you know, sort of just before we start the new week. So that's how it will work. And just to finish, I just want to emphasize that why am I you know, as I say, just to emphasize, why should you join now when you're probably, you know, you might think, okay, oh, that's really good, Hafsa, but I'm just too busy. I'm just too busy to join a program like this. Well, I would say, sisters, like, the time to create a Jannah-focused life and work on yourself is now, because the thing is, we just never know when we're going to die. Like, you know, can die any time. This year has shown us the uncertainty of life, you know, going through COVID. Lots of us have, you know, we know lots of us know people, unfortunately, who passed away, you know, very, you know, healthy people who have passed away. You know, we just don't know. And we know the akhirah is a real life. So the time to start working on our, you know, preparing for the akhirah is now. And this program is all about creating those habits that will lead us to the akhirah, but holistically. You know, Allah doesn't just want us to work on deen alone, but working on your health, working on your relationships, working on your career. That's all part of deen, right? Like I mentioned, Surah Al-Asr is verily, by time man is in loss. So, you know, this is the time, you know, you don't want to lose more time. And remember as well, the actions are judged by intention. So if you join this program and you have the intention to optimize every area of your life, inshallah, even if, you know, something happens, and, you know, even if you or I were to die, inshallah, we'll get the reward. We'll get the reward for actually, you know, starting and making a clear intention to improve ourselves. And as I say, it's only going to be only going to be a 40 to 80 minute, roughly a week investment of time in yourself. So inshallah, just make that little investment of your time and reflection and space. Inshallah, I really hope will make your life a lot more smoother, less stressful, more productive, inshallah, more impactful. And the thing is as well, you know, if you join a course, like, yeah, say if you join a 5-week course, you might have sustained motivation for that 5-week course, but then what? So this program will enable you to have that sustained motivation to develop yourselves through a longer period of time, through a year. You know, so you'll have that sustained motivation, you know, as long as you're part of this program to improve yourself. And you'll be developing slowly and consistently, not just like kind of making big changes and then regressing, but inshallah, in a slow step-by-step manner. And, you know, another thing, if any of you are mothers listening to this, or you want to have children in the future, another key thing I'll tell you is, if you make these changes, if you improve yourself, you're going to be an amazing role model for your children. You know, your children, the default habits that your children will have are your habits. Okay, so your children are learning more from seeing what you are doing as opposed to what you tell them to do. So if you learn these habits, then your children will also take these on board. And honestly, learning coaching and going through all the different trainings that I've all the stuff I'm going to be teaching you guys, I've literally been on multiple courses, multiple coaching programs, read multiple books, have collected it from different areas, spent hundreds of hours of time, hundreds of thousands of pounds learning the stuff that I'm going to be teaching you guys, but it's been worth it for me because one of the big reasons is it's made such a difference to my parenting and how I'm able to pass things on to my children as well. So inshallah, I want that for you as well, if any of you have kids. The other thing as well is, why be alone on this journey of life and on this journey of self-development? Inshallah, it'll be a lot more fun for you if you join a program like this. I think I did a trial, as I said, I did a trial of this program with some people, and it was a lot of fun. So inshallah, it'll make your growth, personal development journey a lot of fun, inshallah. And I just want to leave you with what's possible if you take on board these habits that I've mentioned. If you improve your health, you improve your relationships. If you're more confident, if you have more career, if you know what to do when you're emotionally triggered, if what is possible for you in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, what can you achieve? So really, I really hope that you will join me on this journey. And if you have any further questions, feel free to email me or drop me a message, because some people, hopefully this presentation might have answered a lot of questions, but for some of you, you may have more questions before you join. So yeah, feel free to reach out, and I really hope some of you will join this program, and hope to see you on the other side. And bye for now. Assalamu alaikum.